finally, you get just a glimpse. You almost mistake it for low-hanging clouds on the horizon, but there can be no doubt. Jutting out of the ocean, you see massive cliffs of white, streaked with hints of gray and black. These are impossibly huge as you draw near, towering above the horizon.
They're impossibly huge, and as you draw near, you have to crane your heads back in order to see the peak. You've arrived at Whitecliff. A strong and cold wind catches the sails of your ships, pulling you south, away from the cliffs. The landscape becomes less harsh and mountainous. The cliffs give way to rocky beaches that eventually give way to green forest beyond.
Above the horizon.
They're impossibly huge, and as you draw near, you have to crane your heads back in order to see the peak. You've arrived at Whitecliff. A strong and cold wind catches the sails of your ships, pulling you south, away from the cliffs. The landscape becomes less harsh and mountainous. The cliffs give way to rocky beaches that eventually give way to green forest beyond.
You can see a multitude of docks, some large, some small. You see loads of wooden buildings, tiny specks of people moving about. The iron mast pulls up to the largest dock, and there is lots of commotion as the sailors begin to lay anchor, bringing up supplies from below deck, attaching winches to the crates. The captain grins at you all. Welcome to Keystone. Now follow me. Time to trade you off to your new mom.
You disembark from the ship into the bustling port of Keystone. The smell of salt, tar, and sweat are heavy in the air. Orders being shouted, carts rolling over the wooden docks, and of course, cursing fills your ears. A group of dockhands, bearing the interlocking symbol of the Green Hollow Trading Company, brush past you as you walk down the dock towards where Captain Mildred directed you. Most of the dockhands don't even look at you, as their new faces are a common occurrence here.
To the murky water. Good luck.
That's a filthy habit.
Okay. Wait. This is what I want to do. Okay. You said...
You arrive at a small raised platform a few feet off the ground. Standing on the platform, you see a stern-looking wood elf, a gruff-looking male half-orc, a tall and imposing female Goliath, and a rather grinning-looking male gnome. They all are wearing military-cut clothing bearing the insignia of Green Hollow. You watch as the elf steps to the edge of the platform and looks down upon you. My name is Marshal Velene Meleth. I represent Green Hollow here on Whitecliff, and I run things here in Keystone.
This is Captain Bagram Oda. I'll type it out after. And she indicates the half-orc. This is Lieutenant Micah Stonehand. She points to the Goliath. And this is Private Glimwit Starsbarrow, the gnome. As she says this and is introducing the other members, she starts to pace along the edge of the platform. You have, for your own reasons, decided to leave your old lives behind.
He says, whatever the fuck you are, you're all coming with me.
I'm Nim.
Hello, Nim.
Hello.
They call me Captain Bogram. And I am the captain of the guard, head of security, and all-around badass of Whitecliff and Keystone.
Can I insight check that?
Sure, go ahead.
I nod appreciatively and very fakely.
I got a 17.
He certainly believes he's the most badass in all of Keystone.
We're glad you're here to do your part to make this effort work, and seeing as you just got off a very nice and free boat ride, we figure it's time that we start putting you to work, because, as you'll find, nothing is free here on Whitecliff. So the four of us are going to split the lot of you up to do some jobs, and earn your bunk and board. Understood?
Good. You're going to leave your bags here, and we'll have them brought to the Crow's Nest Tavern for you to pick up when they get back, or when you all get back.
As you watch as the half-orc, the Goliath, and the gnome start to pick people out of the crowd until you all are left with Velene almost jumping delicately off the platform to face you all. She straightens her military-style dress and looks at you. Now then, let us begin by lending a hand to the local farmers. They reported some wolves harrying their livestock these past few days, and it won't do to have us lose them. So you're going to make sure that we don't. Besides, some more fur blankets for the upcoming winter sound sterling right about now. And before we leave, don't want you to go unprepared. And you watch as she walks over to a wooden crate and picks up some bottles and starts handing you out to them, handing you guys these bottles, and you each have now 1 standard healing potion.
Alright, cool.
Yay! Loot!
You'll find life here in Whitecliff can be less than easy. You might have need of this. Now, come. It's quite a bit of walk to the farms. Not unpleasant, mind you, but still, we shouldn't keep them waiting. With that,
Thank you, ma'am.
Velene starts to walk, and you all wind your way through Keystone, finding that for something that's supposed to be on the edge of the wilds, it's a rather well-planned place. Everything seems to be working like clockwork. People are moving boxes, there's some laughter in the air. You see the Crow's Nest Tavern, the only tavern in town. People going in and out, there's the clinking of bottles, laughter. You swear you hear music coming from the outside. And as you all start to exit Keystone, you see these giant walls erected around the very edge of it, protecting it from whatever lies beyond. Massive doors leading out are open, and you all walk out, and you see before you a couple more buildings and some fields before the impenetrable forest beyond rises up. This is a forest untamed by hands. You peer in, but you can't see more than tens of feet before the underbrush and the foliage claim everything beyond. And you begin your long walk out as the forest sort of peels off and opens up 2 long, rolling meadows of green grass. After a couple hours of walk, you start to hear the bleating of sheep, the calls of cows calling for their calves, and the clucking of chickens, and the occasional crowing of a cock. It is a good solid 3-hour walk before you come to what seems to be a rather large, if not homey, farmstead. You see a bunch of sheep grazing in a paddock, and Velene turns to you and goes, "Alright, let's see what you're made of. If you could please investigate around, see if this is a wolf attack or something worse. Hopefully it is what the farmers have said it is, and I will go check in with them and see if there's been any difference, but I think you all can handle this."
Of course, ma'am.
Do what we can.
Very good. I shall return shortly. And she turns and she starts heading off the rough dirt path towards where the main farmhouse is. And you guys turn to see a rather large paddock and a bunch of black and white sheep that sort of view you curiously. And you swear they're almost questioningly making noises at you, like, "Bah?" Upward inflection, question mark, and tarot bang? Who are these people? So what would you all like to do?
I would like to bring out my lute and play a very inspiring song.
Carrick is looking for
Whoever
tracks, especially wolf tracks, any sort of sign of, well, wolves, since that's what we're told is supposed to be here.
Okay.
Aedan will help with that too.
Okay. So, Pete, your character starts playing a rather inspiring song on his lute.
I guess Baba Black Sheep.
Yeah. Just some random jaunty tune, very... but not really helping.
Your audio is cutting in and out there.
Pete, I think your audio keeps cutting in and out for us.
Yeah, you just need to bump it up.
There we go. Aedan and Carrick, if you guys can roll survival for me.
That's a 23.
21.
Nice. You guys start to take a look around the paddock, easily kind of going over the fence, and you start looking around. The sheep mostly skittish as they kind of give you a wide berth, but as you start looking, you guys find the signs of what look to be attacks. There's you all notice that there's bits of turf missing, huge hunks of grass just tossed about, and you even see dried bits of blood, bits of fleece, and disgustingly maybe bits of flesh. And from the way it looks, the two of you figure it's maybe a couple days old.
Okay.
Sheep flesh or something else?
From what you can tell, considering how close it is to the proximity of the fleece, it's probably sheep flesh.
Okay.
Are we seeing claw marks? And
Yeah, that was going to be my question. Is it like tears like teeth and claws would make, or is it cleaner like blades would make?
As you look, there are indeed claw marks. Roll a perception for me, both of you, as well.
That's not as good.
15.
Oh, well, shit. 17. That's still not bad.
Okay, you guys, as you're looking, you see the telltale marks of claws and fangs, but as you continue to look over the pattern of attacks, you also notice that some are bigger than others, which is a little disconcerting.
It's the same type of claws and teeth marks, but just some large, some small?
Yes.
Large in the range of, say, werewolf large or, say, direwolf large? Do we have any frame of reference for that?
Roll nature for me.
Okay.
Oh,
bad,
yeah, that was very bad.
19.
Nature. That's a 7.
Carrick, you're like, yeah, this is definitely some wolf bullshit. Aedan, you're like, not big enough to be a werewolf, which you're like, thank fuck.
Yeah.
You don't want to deal with that shit. That is above your fucking pay grade.
I haven't had a chance to get my blade silvered yet.
But it does seem to approach either really, really fucking big-ass wolf or direwolf size, which is not comforting, but at least you're like, at least you're not going to turn furry during the full moon.
Yeah. Okay.
So as you guys explore,
Strange question.
Yeah.
Would this have anything to do with monstrosities? Would direwolves or anything of that sort fall into that category?
from what you know, they would be considered beasts.
That's kind of what I thought. Okay, just checking. Monstrosities are my favorite enemy, so I was just making sure I wasn't...
Good call.
Wasn't shorting myself, but no, that's fine.
Duly noted. Lydia, my dear, what would you like to do?
I want to see if, while they're looking at those tracks, if there's any that lead out of the paddock or, like, away to where we can track these guys down.
Roll investigation for me.
Here I am, being the...
Oh god, that's not good. 6.
You are caught up in looking at the attack sort of marks that have been left in the paddock, and you're like trying to find if there are any. Oh my god, that's a rather big chunk of sheep that's missing. That ain't good. Poor sheepy. So as you all are investigating, Pete is being super inspiring bard. Shane, as you go into the farmers, you are met with Velene and the farmer talking as she turns and looks at you and arches an eyebrow, her face completely stern.
I'd like to also beat the farmers because that involves charisma.
Yeah, okay. So, Shane and Pete, you manage to go up, and Velene manages to arch her eyebrow at you all.
I was going to give a nod. Excuse me. I was just wondering if there were any specific times of day that the wolves seem to attack, or any specific area from the forest that they seem to come from, if you've seen anything regarding that.
Velene's eyebrow arches a little bit further up and goes, I believe I told you to investigate the paddock.
My apologies.
But no matter. Ask your questions. And she nods to the farmer, and he kind of just nervously nods back. Like, oh, okay. No, Marshal, I made some biscuits. They're lovely. You should try them while I talk to your employees. And Velene manages to go off to the kitchen as the farmer looks at you and goes, usually around nightfall, the nasty little things eating my sheep.
Yes. Have you seen them come out of the forest? Do they come from a certain area usually?
Oh, good heavens, no. I'm usually asleep in bed, and then I hear the sheep screaming horrible noises. And then I go and take a look.
Sure.
Do you hear wolves? Or... that is not the sheep.
Every now and then I hear howling. Hard to tell if it's hounds or wolves or people who sound like wolves, or... There was this thing that was taking off in the Empire just as I was leaving. Costume play, I think? People pretending to be wolves, maybe, but no, the carnage! It's awful. Awful, I tell you. I'm pretty sure they might be wolves. At least that's what I've told the others who've come out to investigate, but they never believe me.
Shane grins. Well, we'll do what we can to make sure we keep the rest of your sheep safe, and I extend a hand. Lieutenant Shane Maquire. Or Shane Maquire, pardon me.
A pleasure. I am Gideon. It is great to make your acquaintance.
Yours. Well, Pete, I think we should head back to the paddock.
Sure. To the paddock!
Good luck, my lady. And
give a gracious nod to him as I exit.
And he gives you guys a flash. Good luck, my lady, and to you, Master Bard.
A bow, clearly.
As you guys head back out to the paddock, you see Carrick and Aedan kind of looking over at the tax going, yeah, no, those are wolves. That's a bigger wolf. How many bigger wolves? How many smaller wolves? How many teeth set? Are they all different? It's hard to tell. And Lydia, you're kind of like, I see a track under the fleece. Is that, oh, yeah, that looks like a little bit of intestine. Never mind.
Well, we know they come out from nightfall. Around nightfall, at least.
Or furries? Not sure.
Does the other?
Indeed. Well, I suggest we camp out here for the night and see what we can see.
Just out of curiosity. Oh, go on.
I'd like to see if there were any, like, broken parts of the fence or any anywhere that has been disturbed other than like typical wear and tear of livestock.
Also, I would like to look into this paddock, whatever that actually is, because I don't know farms.
Okay.
Paddock is the pen where the sheep are kept.
Yeah. It's a good giant bit of meadow where you see about maybe 15 sheep grazing, a couple little baby ones as well, staying next to their mamas. So if you guys are going to be investigating the rest of the paddock to see what else you can find, please roll investigation for me.
Okie dokie.
Intelligence roll.
Oh god.
I know them feelings.
This much.
Investigation.
That would be a 7.
I got a 15.
It's pretty great.
Not bad.
Oh wow.
With this much bonus.
So you guys start investigating, and you all manage to find a bit of fence that has been wrecked, is a good term for it. It looks like it's been chewed and clawed to a point where there is a nice sized, wolf-sized hole, almost.
Something chewed. The fence is presumably wood.
Yes.
And something chewed through the fence. All right then.
Normal wolves don't do that.
But the sheep haven't just been wandering out through this wolf-sized hole?
They're dumb sheep.
Farmer doesn't have somebody standing there to make sure the sheep don't want... Okay, that's cool. Alright, no problem.
Carrick, roll nature for me.
Oh boy. That's actually pretty good. Nature... That's an 18.
Nice.
You notice the sheep are giving that hole a wide berth. None of them seem to be daring to get any closer than maybe 15 feet to it. And even when they do, you notice them nervously eyeing the hole before scampering off to another section of the paddock to go, oh look, there's some more clover over here.
Okay.
Are there any other signs of anything, like, again, wolf tracks or tracks of any sort other than maybe our own and the farmers?
Roll survival as you check this new portion of the paddock.
Alright, that's...
Who'd we lose?
Morgan.
Alright, that's another 16.
I'm here. I'm just roll 20s being a bitch. So.
Oh.
What was that?
It was a 16.
Okay. You notice there are a bunch of wolf tracks coming in and out of here. You see them embedded in the mud before dispersing off into the paddock.
Okay, so...
But it looks like we've got a hole that's big enough for a wolf to pass through, but it definitely seems like we've got more than one wolf coming in.
Yep.
And at least one not your average wolf that made this hole. A regular wolf wouldn't have been able to do that, I don't think.
Yeah, no kidding.
And left enough of a trace behind that it's scaring the sheep.
You guys went and talked to the farmer. Did the farmer mention large hole in the fence when that showed up? Why he hasn't fixed it? Anything?
Farmer
He did
seemed
not.
a little bit intimidated by... You know who, with the thing up where the sun don't shine. It's not really providing anything useful.
Yeah, the Marshal wasn't too pleased that we followed her in either, so...
Okay.
Maybe at a later point.
It's cookies.
Okay.
That I am sad about.
Do the tracks from this hole give any clearer indication of where the wolves came from or went afterwards?
They seem to lead from and to the woods.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask.
You guys arrived early afternoon, so it's getting towards evening time now.
Okay.
Is it worth it going after the wolves, hunting them in the forest? Waiting here, like setting a trap here?
I was just about to say that.
That's. I think our better option is probably to set a trap. If we go, number one, it's getting toward dark, so if they're going to show up tonight, it's going to be not long from now. That gives us time to get set up. But if we go track them into the woods, we may wind up tracking off in one direction, and then they come in from a different direction, and we're not here.
Correct.
I mean, I'm okay going into the woods, but yeah, it'll probably be easier tracking them during the day. If we think they're coming back, then yeah, it might be better to wait for them here and see what we can find out.
We could see if the farmer has any sheepskin that a few of us could dress up in.
See, my bardic. Oh, wait, shit. Actually, I have minor illusion. Lasts for a minute, so nope.
How large is this pen overall? Is it like a 30-foot by 30-foot square, or bigger than that?
As you're looking at it, it's... Oh, let's see.
I mean, if it's big enough, then we may simply be able to literally just hide in and wait for them to come running in and get them then. They have that old keen sense of smell and all, but...
It's a fair amount of size. There is some bushes towards one corner of the paddock that you can use for hiding. It won't provide much in the way of cover should the wolves come, but...
What do we do, like one of those fake hunting cabins thingamajigas that they pretend they're trees or rocks or something like that?
Oh, the tree stands?
Like you pretend you're part of like
a ghillie suit?
Oh, you're talking about like a... Crap, I don't remember the word for it now. But yeah, it's sort of a stand that's designed to camouflage, so you can sit inside of it, and you have
a
this
hunting
narrow
stand.
little... Yeah, that.
Deer stand.
It might take a while to set up.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
A blind.
Snicket.
I'm thinking of a
Set
blind.
up in time.
Hey, Snicket.
Mm-hmm.
Is the house climbable? Is there somewhere that I could climb onto the roof?
The roof is made of thatch. If you climbed on top of it, you probably might fall through.
Okay. Is there a chimney?
How far is the house from the paddock?
It's not terribly close.
Okay.
There is some distance between where the paddock is and where the house is. It does seem to be a shelter where he brings the sheep in should weather be super inclement, and where he kind of tends to the sheep. But yeah, the pastures seem to be a good couple 100 feet away.
Okay. Too far for us to try and hide in the house then.
How far is the pasture from the woods?
The towards the back end of the paddock, that is maybe about 50 feet away from the woods.
Oh, okay.
Now, against such large opponents as wolves, do we want to set up the ambush in an open field or right there at the beginning of the
Well,
forest?
it's got like 120-foot range.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, if the pasture is only about 50 feet from the woods, I could climb up a tree at the edge of the woods and
That's
catch
true.
them from that side.
Be able to
Because-
hit them as they're, maybe
As they're
not as
coming-
they're going in, but definitely as they're trying to come back out and while they're in there.
Yeah, well, I could see them as they emerge from the woods. If you guys were on the pasture side, you could hit them from that side, and I could hit them from behind. And even if they get a decent ways into the pasture, they're still in my range.
Yeah,
That's a good
because my
idea.
longbow has even more range than your. I'm assuming you're talking about Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I've got a light crossbow too, but...
Alright, well, good thinking.
So, idea. Not a tactician, so correct me if this is wrong. So we could set up our fellow spell person, have him start pew 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 at the wolves or whatever they are, and then we hide off to the sides. And when the wolves start coming, we'll start from the flank sides, whatever you military people call those, and just,
The
oh, I think
flanks.
it's a good plan. Yes.
Hit them from the flank. Yeah. Here's a question for you though. Do we want to let them get into the paddock before we start it? Because if they're in there, and I realize this puts all of the sheep at risk of being in the middle of combat, but if they're in there, they've either got to come back out through that same hole, or they've got to bust a new one to get away.
Choke them at the hole.
How tall is the fence?
About waist height for you all.
They could probably just jump over it if they really
Yeah.
want.
Wolves can jump high.
So I don't think the fence is going to be much of a barrier to them
I don't know. I
if
think
they need to get the hell out of there.
I mean, exactly, but I think initially if we restrain them,
I think we should at least, does one of you have a hunting trap by chance?
I believe.
I'll pat
I
myself
do.
around and say, let me look around for it. No.
Technically, I could have had.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do have a hunting trap.
You do.
Oh.
Well, why don't we lay that down right out in the hole?
Yeah.
Like within the fence itself, so hopefully they won't see it.
Okay.
Cover it with some brush.
Yep. Get it good in disguise so they don't notice it. But when they go try to run through the hole, snap.
Yep. And then I will wait within. Is the shelter within the same paddock, Snicket?
No, it is not.
It's not? Okay. Is there a gate leading from the paddock to the shelter?
There is a there are two
Is
gates.
it like a run?
There's one that is pointing towards where the shelter is, and there's another one on the opposite end, pointing towards yet another paddock.
Okay. Alright, well how far away is the shelter again?
It's a couple hundred feet.
It's a couple hundred feet. Alright. I will wait on the other side of the fence from the woods. And just try and be as stealthy and quiet as I can.
You want to
Rahja?
try and get behind those bushes and shrubs that were in the one corner?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's probably what I'm gonna do, since I don't have any ranged weapons other than my darts, and they don't.
Yeah, I
they
only
don't
have my
reach that
hand
far.
axe. And
My rugged, handsome, good looks, and possibly doing with my sleeves.
yeah, I don't know how well that's gonna work with wolves, buddy, but we'll see. And I pat him on the shoulder.
Snicket, in one of the shelters, can I go to look to see if there's any extra like sheepskins or anything that I can kind of just wrap myself in while I'm sitting there waiting, so I'm not immediately pointed out?
Yeah, make either a perception or investigation check for me.
Oh god.
You can do
Roll
it, I
a
believe. So what was the total?
7.
You do manage to find, like, a single fleece. Still roughly intact. It's not going to cover your lower half, but if you sort of arrange it right on your body, you should give yourself enough of an illusion of being, don't pay me no mind, I'm just one of the fellow sheep. Ba-ba, ba-ba.
I'll cast Prestidigitation on the fleece to clean up any remaining blood and guts, so it's not too disgusting.
Nice.
Yeah, this is actually from the sheep being shorn, so thankfully there's not too much, but you do get rid of that musty smell, so it actually smells fresh. It's like, and it's really nice and soft and warm as you hold it, like, this is nice.
Like a towel out of the dryer.
Yeah.
Alright. So Petrus, Rahja, and myself, Paddock, Aedan and Kirik, do you guys want to climb some of those trees?
Yeah.
You said they were at 50 feet from the paddock, Snicket?
Yeah.
I would like to point out that my handsome good looks only work for up to a range of 60 feet.
Damn.
That is unfortunate.
Because everyone has bad eyesight.
I'd like to do is, like, the wolf tracks going from the hole in the fence to the woods is basically a straight shot, right?
Yeah.
Aedan, do you want one of us to go left, one of us to go right, just stay off of that path like 30, 40 feet to the side? Because that, even with the angle, that's still going to be plenty of range for us.
Yeah, something along, probably more like 15, 20 feet on either side.
Okay,
Not
that
too
works.
far out. But yeah, kind of straddle the path instead of sitting right on top of it. So that'd be a good idea.
Find a nice tree to climb that still has a nice view.
Will they be upwind or downwind?
Wind could change, though. Is there a steady? Does the wind always blowing from the north, or
There's actually
we haven't been here long enough to really get a good idea? But
yeah, you guys haven't been here too long, but right now, the breeze is kind of just really soft and variable.
Okay.
Okay.
Quick question, sort of along those lines. Prestidigitation says I can clean or soil an area no bigger than a cubic foot. Could I soil to have it smell like damp forest? Like damp, almost rotting leaves?
You could.
So I could theoretically kind of make my smell like the forest a little bit to kind of hide my scent?
Yeah, you could. You could make it the air around you just smell like the rest of the woods, so if they try to sniff you out, all they're going to get is, oh man, look, rotted leaves again. Fuck that noise.
Yeah, some not it doesn't have to be perfect, just enough to hopefully try and throw them off a little.
Alright. So let's place the trap and get in position.
It's a minor illusion. Could I believably make a sheep? Sheep-looking thing.
It'd be standing perfectly still and not making noise, but I think you can.
Yeah, I mean,
it's dark. It's gonna work.
You can either make sound or smell, sound or image with minor illusion. You couldn't do both, and of course, that's not going to have any smell.
But it wouldn't look like a person.
Yeah.
It would look like a sheep, so it would certainly help.
I mean, I could like hide as a sheep, and when they all go through,
yeah,
from behind. I just need someone with more meat in their bones next to me in case things go bad.
Alright, so Petrus, where did you want to be? Did you want to be near to the forest, or do you want to be with the Paladin and the monk?
I would like to be with the Paladin and the monk.
Okay.
Because that is range-wise where it will be most effective.
So you guys, you could do a sheep looking illusion. If you want it to sound like sheep, you might have to try to make sheep noises.
I will refrain from there. Could I be a sleeping sheep, so I don't have to make sheep noises?
Yes, you could. You could put a sheep at rest if you so desired.
Yeah.
It might be a good idea to kind of, I don't know how to say this without somebody making a dirty joke about it, but rub some sheep on you a little bit for the scent. Because wolves have pretty good sense of smell.
I mean,
that is an awesome thing that anybody could make 7,000 different jokes out of, so I will not.
Wolves have pretty good noses, so.
I'll just, like, so does anyone have a sheep fleece I could drape on myself?
Yeah, I mean,
Rahja found one, but only one.
But I apparently don't have very good eyesight, so.
I mean, I'm gonna
apparently smells like Snuggle fabric softener.
I'm gonna find some sheep
It's not
shit.
fair.
I'm gonna find some
So-
sheep shit and just like rub it on both sides of my neck.
Taking one for the team.
Yeah, you find some nice sheep manure, and you go Rambo on that shit, just like, damn it,
Yeah,
damn
I'm
it.
not like spreading it across my face, but I'm spreading it across, like, right under the chin where, I don't know, I feel like that's a thing where scent tends to
So not quite
linger.
Arnold hiding from Predator?
No.
Okay. So yeah, you get the hollow of your neck where you're just like, all right, you know, where you know that like most like people at court like to dab perfume, you're just like dabbing sheep shit instead. Like, the sheep. You know, where all the wolves love that kind
Oh,
of
the
crap.
sheep shit, please.
You know, you could probably dupe enough people to think that's a real thing. Just start bottling sheep shit. And, like,
Yeah,
That's all
de
you-
merde.
Anything else you guys want to do before you guys take positions and wait for your trap to spring?
No, I'm good.
I'll see Carrick doing. I'll imitate whatever Carrick's doing.
Basically, he's rolling around in the grass. He's getting some of the leaves from the tree that he's going to be up in and just kind of rubbing them over himself, try to get that grass and nature and whatnot smell onto himself to some degree.
Something I would like to test out. I'm with the Paladin and the Monk.
Yes.
So does anyone feel like they want to try to hide an illusion with me?
A what?
I feel like
Inside the
crawling
sheep?
together.
That's going to
Good
get
behind the
so
bush.
comfortable.
I mean,
Really tightly.
I'm tall and wearing chainmail and a shield, so I don't think that's gonna work well. At least on my end. Maybe with Rahja.
Want to try or?
I've got bushes. You were cutting out.
Fine, see how
Can
it
you
is.
say that again?
Basically,
Fine.
Petrus is wanting to know if you or anybody else want to hide inside his illusion with him. Keeping in mind that the illusion is like a 5-foot cube, I think, is the maximum.
Yeah, it'll be
I'll stick.
So it
I'll
would-
stick in my bush.
Okay.
With a nice
Phrasing.
Worth it.
snuggle scented fleece. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so you guys lay your trap and lie in wait to see what you catch.
Do we need to make stealth rolls, etc., or wait for that?
Please do as you guys take position.
Oh boy.
So this is gonna go off so
Oh
long.
no.
Hang on.
That's a 2.
I don't think.
I'm done.
Does my wood elfness
Yeah.
I
do
rolled a
anything
3
for me on
with
that?
a -1.
Ooh.
13.
Nice.
Okay, no, that didn't give me advantage.
Would I retroactively get any
That
sort of...
is 16 plus what for stealth? Ooh, that's a 21 total.
Nice.
I am a hidden mofo.
Minor illusion would help with
You're
more to the actual.
I am taking into consideration the illusion. This is mostly so you don't... For you, Petrus, it's so that you don't make any noises that contradict the fact that you look like a sheep that's taken a nap.
Okay, yes, I'm just...
So... Oh Morgan.
You're missing my gigantic smile. I'm sure you could imagine it, though. You know me well enough.
Yeah, I do.
The full moon is shining off of that armor.
I might be very well experienced.
Yeah.
You guys sort of settle in, and it starts to go a little bit dark, and Aedan and Carrick, since you guys are in the forest, please make for me a perception roll.
Okie dokie. Perception is...
14.
That is another 21.
Holy shit. Carrick, you're the one who noticed it first. I mean, being a ranger, this is your bread and butter. You feel at home here in the forest. Aedan, you pick it up shortly thereafter. You hear movement, quick movement through the forest, and there is the sound, and you feel like you want to turn to take a look to see what the hell is coming your way. Aedan, you're sort of staring through the underbrush going, what the fuck is that? Carrick, you manage to see movement, fur, big, as it comes barreling out of the forest, and then you watch as several more figures follow thereafter. The first figure you see is larger than any wolf you have ever seen, and you sort of feel it in the back of your head like, yeah, that's a direwolf. That's a direwolf.
Awesome.
As you watch as these furry figures start running out, and you watch as the direwolf, derp wolf, manages to not notice your hunting trap, and snap,
Nice.
gets caught in it, and starts to howl in agony. But she watches the other wolves just kind of barrel over him, heading into the paddock itself. Like, not even paying any bit of attention to their friend who's just gotten out. It's like, sucks to be you, asshole, we get first dibs!
Are they crowded in? Are they crowded in a tight bunch at that point?
They are arriving mass. If you go to aim, you're probably gonna hit one. If you have repelling blast, you might be able to 8-ball in the side pocket.
Well, I don't get that till next level. What I'm thinking is, how many of them could I see within 20-foot radius?
In a 20-foot radius, you see 3 wolves and a dire wolf.
Okay. While they're bunched together, I want to try to cast them out of the fight initially.
Okay, you Discord cut out. What are you casting?
Sleep, to try see if I can knock one or more of them out of the fight from the beginning.
Okie dokie.
Out of curiosity, how far away are them from me?
From you, they are now maybe about the one that's they're about 30 feet.
I'll keep my sheeply illusion.
to just roll for it, or do you want me to get in an initiative order first?
I will let you get off the sleep first before I have everybody roll initiative.
Okay, let me double check the value here.
Well.
That sucked. I think I might get one of them.
Man, those... Wow. That was bad.
Man, roll 20, you're an asshole. You watch as your magic sort of settles over them. With your sight, you see the glimmering spell. And you watch as one of the wolves kind of mid-leap just goes, oh fuck. And just bam, hits the ground and it's just like conked the fuck out. The other ones pay him no heed as they charge forward. And now, I will need everybody to roll initiative. And,
Make this over 10.
That's my initiative.
Hang on. I have advantage, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Because of the thing.
The UA Ranger?
Yes.
Fire smart.
Advantage and advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't acted in the first round. Awesome.
hell yeah.
Alright,
I love
so...
Rangers.
I still haven't played one.
Oh, well, that sucked.
I might have a soft
Wow.
spot for Rangers. I have one in my Wednesday campaign. Oh, Aaron dear.
Even with advantage, that's a total of 10.
Aww.
Okay, what color am I?
You are the light blue. Rahja is the dark blue. Petrus is the purple one. Carrick is the red one. And Aedan is the sort of lime green.
I'm the Gatorade colored one.
Oh, whoa, sheet.
Nah, like,
I
I forget who's who.
can also input stuff in.
People are moving around the map.
Okay.
Why won't it let me...
Delicious.
What's your initiative?
It's a 10, but it won't let me...
I gotcha.
Oh, there we go.
And, Snicket, when you have a sec, can we get an indicator on which
On who?
wolf is asleep?
Oh, yeah.
And, which one is the dire wolf that is caught in my happy little trap?
Imagine that's the one without the different icon.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's subtle, but yeah.
Hey, Snicket.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I was only seeing 3 wolves, but now someone else has popped in. Also, I need to see if I can get an extension cable because my computer is starting to die.
Okay.
I will be.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be on the phone, but I'm gonna be away from the computer.
That is okay. The wolves.
We'll eat you anyway.
You guys are good. Ow! Werewolves of Whitecliff.
I knew I loved you.
I love you too, Morgan. We'll see if that still is. Alright, I just need to...
I mean, you know me.
I do.
You know I'm okay with dying.
I'm just looking up hunting traps for finding...
Page 152 in Player's Handbook.
Bless. Okay, cool. So roll a d4 for me.
Okie dokie. We'll just do that right there on roll 20. Haha!
Yes.
Sorry, sucker.
Nice. Bad doggy.
This is a lot more ominous than I thought it would be. Oops. I'm not a troll. Not me. Alright, top of the initiative, we have the dire wolf, who is going to do his damnedest to break free. Alright, so he's going to use his action to make a strength check. As a natural 16, so
he is free.
He is free, but he wrenches himself, and there is a crack of metal, and you watch as he sort of bristles up and then howls. This loud, resounding noise that echoes throughout the paddock, scaring the fucking piss out of the sheep, and starts to echo through the forest behind you.
Oh, I hope they don't leave friends back there.
And
that would be bad.
You watch as it turns and looks at you and hunkers down, teeth bared. And now we have one sleepy wolfy butt and two other wolfy butts. Alright, cool. So, that wolf is asleep for a minute. Unless somebody does damage to it, in which case it'll wake up then. Alright, let's see. Who did these guys? Let's see. Alright. This one is going to start bounding here, and this one's gonna go here. Petrus says, "You're there as I'm just a sheep, I'm just a sleeping sheep. You don't notice anything here, this is not the sheep you're looking for." You watch as they both turn to look at Shane instead.
Oh, hi.
How far are you?
Man, Discord went the... Discord was the butt right as he said things.
Yeah, that's okay.
So thankfully, you don't... The wolves, from your perspective, don't seem to notice you. Okay, so... Pack tactics. Goes wolves. The first wolf goes to go nom 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 nom. This is better than sheep. This is like people's. Does a 13 hit?
Who?
Shane.
It does not.
Okay. So there's a snap of teeth and jaw as it kind of reaches out to grab you, and you just deftly dodge out of the way. The second one goes to hit you. That is a 23.
That'll hit.
And that is 8 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Starting out so well.
15.
So as the wolf reaches out and bites you, its teeth wrapping around your calf, and it starts to try to pull your leg out from under you, trying to knock you prone, but you manage to wrench your leg from its mouth. You feel hot blood start to seep down your leg as this wolf snarls.
Alright.
And it is your turn. Time for some fucking retribution up in this bitch.
Exactly. I'm swinging right at that guy with my battle axe. The one who just tried to pull me.
How far?
21.
That hits.
And that is 5 plus 2, 7 points of slashing damage.
Your sword comes down and slash. You cut a nice gouge out of it, and it snarls in pain as blood arcs off your sword and hits the ground with the sparrow. Battle axe.
That's okay. I usually use the sword.
I know, I'm stuck in Wednesday mode.
No, it's okay.
Do you want to move, or are you going to stay there?
I'm gonna stay there.
Okay. Petrus, it is your turn.
I'm not one for small things. Say if I were to hug my companion and cast Thunder Wave, affect my companion because I'm like giving them a nice big hug.
Are you trying to protect them from Thunderwave, or?
It's like because I don't know. I'm just pulling something out of my ass because there are two wolves on top of us. Because it says a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you as it comes from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm currently embracing. And I'm just pulling something out of my ass because I'm scared.
Could he wedge himself between the two of them? Like, right there?
15 foot. It would.
Well, Thunderwave makes a 15-foot cube. And
Okay.
that's where the thunderous force, whatever happens.
Right, but
you've
he's
just
not
got to
in-
have one. Right, you're not in the center of that.
Yeah, he's on the edge of the cube.
So,
Yeah.
do me a favor. Roll.
Right, exactly.
Roll a dexterity check or an acrobatics check.
Who, me?
Yes.
Why not? This is gonna end up.
It's either going to be awesome or ridiculous.
I need to see my
Maybe a bit of both.
Oh, this is true.
acrobatics, or what was the other one?
Or dexterity.
Just in case, maybe it works.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ.
Well, are you trained in acrobatics?
Wait, no.
As you look at the wolves biting Shane, you're like, oh no, fuck this. You manage to turn yourself in such a way that when you cast Thunder Wave, you won't hit anybody other than the wolves.
Maker. I will then Thunder Wave.
Thunder Wave! What?
Thunder Wave!
Nice. What is the DC for the Constitution saving throw?
It is.
Okay, the dire wolf doesn't get that. The dire wolf's gonna get a red dot. This is stupid little fuckhead's getting the blue one.
It's always the blue one.
It's Mr. Blue. The DC is
Should be 13.
13? Okay. So as you cast Thunder Wave, you catch one of the wolves completely unaware. And you watch as his little wolfy eyes go wide, and it's like, oh no, no. And it hits him full, and he's pushed back 10 feet. The other one seems to hunker down, fur bristling, but then looks up to where you're at. And they take 6 points of damage as this one goes. Literally, that's the death noise. As he's like,
He made his save and he still farted himself to death.
I know.
It's so
Was that the one that
sad.
Shane had hit earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
It was like,
Alright.
I saved, I'm not going to. Instead of blowing him black, you blew his mind. Literally, blew it out from his ears.
Through his anus.
Okay, so this is because I probably didn't pay attention. Is double spellery with bonus action allowed or not? I forget.
With
I missed some things.
With casting, we're doing, you can cast a spell if it's a bonus action, and if it's You guys probably do have. You guys have second level spells yet, or just level 1?
Oh
We're
no,
level 1
just
characters.
just level 1
Just
spells.
So if you have one that is a bonus action, you can cast it.
Yay, okay, so I'll just do, because I'll see my companion worse for wear. I'll do some healing word.
Nice.
Thank you.
Don't forget the sign off the top of my head. This. I don't know, something vaguely romantic at Shane. As soon as I remember how many, that's 4 plus my whatever that is.
D4 plus 3, probably.
What is your charisma modifier?
The plus 3.
Alright, so it's a d4 plus 3.
It's because typing things are hard.
Bards.
That's 5.
Nice. You get 5 hit points back, Shane, as Petrus carelessly whispers a word to you.
Oh,
wait.
I heard that.
Snicket.
Finger guns?
I mean, she plays a bard on Tuesdays. It's
Sure.
just second nature.
You can't help it. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Would you like to move?
My companion.
Okay. Aedan, it is your turn.
Okay. Do I have a clear view of the wolf with the blue dot?
The one up there? You should.
You're half elf, so you have dark vision.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see that motherfucker.
Okay, I would like to Eldritch Blast him right in the face if I could.
Yeah, go ahead. Unleash the Arcana.
That should hit. Let me double check my spell attack. That is a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits a bit.
Unfortunately, it's only for 3 damage.
Okay.
3 fortunate.
So you start to conjure up this green energy.
Read my mind.
And it starts swirling and then shoots out. You watch as the grass ripples as it just sort of blasts over and catches the wolf in the side, knocking it to the ground as it then rolls back up on its feet. And you hear, yoip, yoip, yoip.
Stay.
Oh. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I don't really have bonus actions right now. So good.
Carrick, it is your turn.
Okay, well, I think the group up at the top is definitely going to be able to finish off that one wolf before he does anything dumb. So let's take a shot at the dire wolf.
Good plan.
That's, I think, double check. That is a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Awesome.
Nice.
Where D8. That is total of 10 damage.
Nice.
Oof. Wait, which one are you hitting again?
The dire wolf.
Yep, that hits the dire wolf, and it's sort of, you watch as you were rewarded with blood just arcing in a spray, and it just shudders with the blow. And then looks up to try to see who the hell just fucking hit it.
And that's my turn.
Wait,
I don't
what
have.
did you hit me with?
I shot him with my longbow.
Oh, alright. Oh, right. Never mind.
Okay. As you watch in satisfaction as your arrow sinks down into the flesh of the direwolf. Rahja, my dear, it is your turn.
Alright. Well, let's see. I want to run on out here. Oh, can't move my token. Got the wrong thing. There we go. And I want to smack this wolf with my quarterstaff.
Oh, hell yeah.
Smack him as hard as I can. You.
Smack that wolf up.
That is a modified 20.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Right.
Ballad of Mr.
Shit.
Blue.
Yes! Alright, and 8 points of damage for that.
As you rush over, taking your quarterstaff, and in a elegant, fluid move, you bring the quarterstaff down on its head, and there's this resounding crack and sickening, almost squish, as you crack its skull open, and the force resulting just ends it, and you watch as its legs give out and it falls to the ground dead.
Alright. Then I guess that's gonna end my turn. I don't have anything else.
Okie dokie. At this point, I need everybody to roll perception for me.
Oh, crap.
Oh, because I'm so good at that.
Not bad.
I think that is 17.
16.
Okay. Natural 20.
21, natural 20. Yeah. First one of the day.
Hashtag,
I rolled my high number for the day.
hashtag bards, yo.
Yes.
I'm biased. With
I
this.
have a +1, so.
Marga.
Yes, my dear.
What did you roll for perception?
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
Use good, dear.
Lot of 10.
Okay. So Petrus, Carrick, Aedan, from the woods you hear a reply. Brother to the dire wolf's call. A howl that makes your skin crawl and the hairs on the back of your neck stand up on end. And you watch as, with a mighty leap out of the forest, is that the right time?
no.
If you're looking for a dire wolf, yeah.
Awesome. As it leaps out of the forest, coming to the aid of its brethren. And let's see. Alright. This one. Boop! It's gonna run over to you, Carrick. This
Can
one.
he reach me up in my tree?
You are up in the tree, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
How far up the tree are you?
I only imagined going up like maybe 10, 15 feet from the ground to bottom of my feet. I didn't want to get ridiculously high in case we needed to jump down and chase after something.
Nice.
But
that does...
technically, I didn't actually tell you that, so I can be up as high as you think I do or don't need to be.
No, you're fine. I'm just going to change what these motherfuckers are going to do then.
Yeah, I would have figured high enough to try and get out of the way of some jumping, but low enough that we could get down if we needed to. Whoa!
The long arm of the wolf.
Oh.
As bounded. Howl as they come up. First attack is going to be against you, Rahja. That is a 15 to hit. What's your AC, Rahja?
16.
Okay, cool. Discard's about. So yeah, the first one snaps and misses, and looks up at you and snarls as the second one goes to attack you, Petrus.
Time. Sucky initiative for us.
That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
As you take 5 points of piercing damage.
That's not good.
And I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
Not. That's even worse. Strength save. Why couldn't it be like something like charisma that I have a +5 instead of 0?
Well,
Oh, come on now. Charisma saves wind up keeping you from being, like, banished to other planes of existence and stuff. So
Yeah.
it'll be okay.
I mean, if I'm asking you to make a charisma saving throw this early, then things have gone really pear-shaped. Okay, so
10 confirm.
a 10. As the direwolf snaps at your leg, it pulls you until you feel yourself losing your balance, and you are now knocked prone. This giant wolf just sort of snarling at you from above. And that is the direwolf's turn as you all watch as this wolf is still fucking asleep. However, following the direwolf, you see this actual wolf just leap into the paddock and go, there are people here. I chase!
There's another one? Shit.
And it is going to bite at you, Shane.
Yes, ma'am.
That is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is 8 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
10.
This one bites at the same leg it was bitten before, and you wince with the pain, and it yanks. This time, unfortunately, you're a little less sturdy, and you go down and are considered prone. And it is your turn, Shane.
Alright. Is that a bonus action or lay on hands is an action? Okay.
Yes.
I'm just gonna stand up then and swing at the guy in front of me.
Okay.
Not great. That's an 8.
As you stand up, the pain in your leg is just throbbing. And you swing your battle axe, and you manage to catch fur, but little else.
And I don't... Do I have a bonus action? No, that's it.
Okay. Petrus, it is your turn.
How do I not get horribly murderized? If I move...
Standing up takes half your movement,
It does.
but
Right.
yeah.
If you
And
do move, you might get attacks of
Yeah,
opportunity.
exactly. No, exactly. Just 1, 2.
There's a possibility for 2.
That's bad because I have 5 hit points.
We did get the healing potions though.
That you guys did.
yeah, you can chug that as a bonus action.
Can I have done that, Snicket?
Chugging that down as...
Snicket, can I...
I know, but unfortunately,
Yep, that's fine.
yeah. But that chugging a potion is a bonus action. Giving it to somebody else is an action. Oh shit! As I knock everything over.
trying to. It's hard.
It is.
I will chug my. I can do more alive than dead.
Well, yeah, there's no necromancer around.
Yeah, true. I'll chug one healing potion. That's just 1d4, or
2d4
yay.
plus 2 for a standard healing potion.
Yep. Jacob, you're the best.
I try.
So much stuff about all that.
If I'm jumping in and stepping on your toes, please tell me to shut up.
Oh no, you're good. So, bless you.
Okay. So, I have a very limited. She's mockery.
Yes. I mean,
Do it. It could give him disadvantage on an attack.
I'll just I mean, I have my sword out. I'll just take my sword at the wolf and say, "Bad doggy, bad doggy."
Did you stand up?
And cast fishes at him. I'll stand up.
Standing up would probably be best.
okay, so you stand up and you mock. Are you mocking the wolf or the dire wolf?
Directly in front of me.
That would be the dire wolf.
Yes.
So, let's say DC 13 wisdom save.
Yes.
I've not memorized what saves the bard stuff is. Not me. You watch as the dire wolf just slowly turns its head to you, and then it realizes, no, I am a good boy. What? I'm a bad boy? No, but not me! I'm not the bad boy! And you watch as a look of existential crisis washes over the dire wolf's face, and suddenly he does not know if he's a good boy or not.
Does he like put his paws over his head like this?
His ears droop a little bit, and you watch as the tail goes down between his legs. So roll that damage. So yeah, it takes as it kind of just flinches and goes, "I am the bad boy." And it now has disadvantage the next time it attacks. Is there anything else you would like to do, my dear?
Stay put, because if I move, I get attacked and horribly murdered. Although, no, I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. With that, it is Aedan's turn. You see Sleepy Puppy and not so sleepy puppies.
Right. The sleeping puppy hasn't been touched. The direwolf with the red dot, has that one been damaged?
That's the original one that got the trap and got an arrow from me.
Yep.
Gotcha. Have either of the other two been damaged yet?
No, they're fresh.
Other direwolf just got vicious mockery done.
Oh, that's right. He got 2 points.
It was a very bad doggy.
It is currently just thinking about its life and its choices.
He's got the little doggy eyebrows that are going, kind of like.
What did I do? I'm sorry.
All right. I will. All right. Screw it. I want to go after the direwolf and the red dot.
Okay.
All right.
Go after it with Eldritch Blast. Hang on.
Eldritch Blast.
Is it 19?
Nice.
A little. Just kind of like a little bit.
For 10 force damage.
Oh!
Which one?
The direwolf with the red dot.
Oh.
Okay, so that is.
Just fling out my hand and just smile, you son of a bitch. Actually, he probably is a son of a bitch now that I think about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, he is a wolf.
I think I broke the monk.
I have no words.
Thank you, Snicket.
As you send out this green forest that sort of coalesces into this dense moat. You watch as it hits the direwolf, and you watch as it kind of moves with the impact, but there's this crack of bone as it's now breathing harshly, its tongue lolling out, just blood starting to just drip out of its maw, and it just kind of looks up at you, its eyes almost glowing in the dark. It is less than pleased with what you did. He's going to write a strongly worded letter. Carrick, it's your turn.
Well, same direwolf with the red dot that I shot earlier. Let me see if I can put another arrow in his ass. Why not? Oh, yeah, no. That's a natural 5. That's going to miss.
Well,
what's the total?
Well, my modified, that's only a 10.
Yeah, as you go to take the bead, it's unsteady on its feet after being hit so hard, and it manages to lose footing a little bit and bowing down, and in just that moment, you release the arrow, and it zooms overhead, and you watch as it sort of nicks its back, and it howls in pain, but doesn't seem to do too much damage.
And yeah, that's pretty much all I can do from where I'm at.
Okay. Rahja, it's your turn.
Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing that I did with the last one and attack with my quarterstaff. Alright.
Smack that bitch up.
18.
For the direwolf here, yeah, 18 hits.
2. 5. 5 for damage.
You move like water with your quarterstaff, and you, as you watch this wolf trying to come back up, recovering from the blow that Aedan gave it, you bring your quarterstaff back down right on its neck, seeing a weak point, and there's a snap as you break its neck, and you watch as the direwolf falls to the ground dead, and you're gonna start to wonder, maybe they should start calling you Rahja Wolfsbane.
Right.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Move over here and use... Question, can I use my bonus action for my unarmed attack? I think I can. I just want to make sure with you.
I think you can.
Yeah, I think so.
You took the attack action. You should be able to do unarmed attack as a bonus.
You can.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have to. It doesn't say it has to be the same targets.
Nope, it just says as a bonus action you can make an unarmed attack because you get the martial artist at level 1. So go ahead, smack that wolf down.
Oh god. That is a natural 1. Plus 5, so that's a 6.
You rush over the wolf corpses, and there's a lot more blood on the ground than you thought, so as you go to strike out at this wolf, your footing slips just a bit, and you manage to recover elegantly, so it doesn't look like you terribly missed. And you bring yourself back down into a fighting stance like nobody saw that.
Nope, just coming over here badass, that's all it was. It was just a dramatic jump over the bodies.
Exactly. You made this look good.
Meant to do that. Meant to do that.
Alright, and we are at the top of the round with the direwolves. Werewolf? Werewolf.
That house.
Yes. Let's see. Alright. This one is, the direwolf is going to try to bite at you, Petrus. No, it is not going to bite at you, Petrus, as I roll a natural 2.
The halfling 1. Ugh. I realize nobody is a halfling. It's just, it is.
It is the halfling one because if they roll, halfling luck, gets them every time. So it snaps at you, and you manage to pivot your hip in such a way where it looks like that you're just like almost dancing like, "Ha, fuck you, dude. This is like nothing." And the wolf basically goes, "Oh shit, fuck, look at my life, look at my choices. It is dumb, alright." And it's going to... Alright, it is going to snap at you, Shane.
Yep.
Ow! That is a 15 hit.
That'll miss.
As snap!
Which one was the with what disadvantage? The first one, right?
Yes, it rolled... I rolled double 2s. Because that's the kind of day I'm having with my dice. They've been doubling up.
It would be a straight roll, though, because he's got advantage because of pack tactics, but disadvantage because of the
You're right.
thing.
Vicious
the thing
mockery?
that the bard did. Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
So that... Yeah, that would be... That'd be 8, so I don't think that would hit Petrus. Unless you got really, really bad AC.
I got 13 AC.
Oh no, you're fine. And the other wolf snaps at you, Shane, and you manage to get out of the way as it tries to go for your wounded leg. And Sleepy Wolf is still sleepy, like it's snoring, and you guys notice that its leg is starting to like twitch a bit, like he's chasing a rabbit in his dreams.
Nice.
Shane, it's your turn.
Ooh, no, that's not doing anything. That's a 2. As a bonus action, I am going to drink my healing potion.
Okay, so
Because, ow!
The throbbing in your leg is horrible, and you're just like, oh fuck this, and you go to swing, and you watch as it just ducks its head just enough, and you just growl at it, and you take out your potion, you pop the cork off, and you just sort of quaff it real quick, like, oh, fuck this.
2d4 plus 2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, that's another 9
Shotgun
points.
that
So I'm
healing
back up to
potion.
10.
Alright.
Nice.
I was at 1 there.
Oof.
Did you want to move?
No.
Alright. Petrus, it is your turn.
Well, actually, I'm gonna shift through.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Through the wolves?
Yeah, no, I can't do that. So
No.
I'm gonna stay there.
Okay.
So which one is looking worse for wear?
The regular wolf doesn't look nearly as hardy as the, dire wolf, but it hasn't taken damage. The dire wolf has taken a bit of damage, but it looks like it is, like...
Oh shoot, we're
Think about
we're
this.
doing the flanking, aren't we?
Yes.
Ah, I forgot.
So, like, yeah.
That's
The most
okay.
unexpected things. The bard isn't swing. Should I try to vicious mockery him again, or I don't know?
Disadvantage on their attacks is probably pretty useful, considering how strong those attacks are.
Yeah, I'll try doing that again on the dire wolf.
Okay.
Enemy stinks.
So you look down at the dire wolf and look him in the eyes, and you still see he's a little bit shaken from the last mockery.
It's a bad doggy.
As wisdom.
Start reprimanding him for like attacking the sheep.
Not on the carpet. Not on the carpet.
You just kind of put your hands on your hips and you slowly shake your head and you're like, just bad dog. And it just looks at you like, oh my god, he's right. I am a bad dog. And he totally does not make that wisdom saving throw, so he takes that damage. He's just like, oh, it hurts. Oh, I'm such a bad dog. 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 I'm such a bad d Oh, what am I gonna do? I'm disappointing my mother. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Any bonus actions? Any movement? You stick there?
Yeah, that's the extent of what it can do.
Okie dokie. Aedan, it's your turn.
Okay, and it's the direwolf that's getting mocked?
Yeah, the direwolf's been mocked. It's kind of just like, its ears are down, its tail's now completely between its legs, and it's kind of just like,
Okay. And the direwolf has taken some hits, the regular wolf hasn't?
No, the regular wolf is completely A-okay at the moment.
Okay. Alright, I will Eldritch Blast at the direwolf.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's 21 hits.
A little. Just a little, just barely.
Okay. Only 2 that time.
Ting! You managed to hit in its hindquarters. It's the feeling of a rolled up newspaper. So you watch as its ears completely flatten against its skull, and it's like, oh!
Question.
Yes.
If I'm like 10-15 feet up in the tree, what would it take to hop down?
I would have you make an acrobatics check. Or a dex saving throw, depending on whether or not you want to roll acrobatics or not.
Let me see. I think they're both the same for me, to be honest.
Okay, so use it up.
20 plus 3. 18?
Yeah, you would hit the ground and manage to come up onto your feet.
Okay. How much movement would I have left at this point? I would have 30.
Out of 30, I would say about half.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'll get right about there.
Okay. As you fire off an Eldritch Blast, watching the green energy just zoom across the battlefield, and you hop down from your tree, hitting the ground and coming back up in one smooth movement before walking forward. Carrick, it is your turn.
All right. I'm actually going to shoot at the regular wolf.
Okay.
See if we can get rid of that jerk so that pack tactics will go away.
Cool.
And that's 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And let's see. That is 7 points of damage.
Oof. As you fire off an arrow, you manage to catch it right between the shoulder blades as you watch your arrow sink in about halfway, and it howls in agony and starts to writhe and thrash, its head coming back to try to snap at the arrow there. And it is looking mighty rough. Get it, rough? Like dog? Never mind. I'm going in the shame corner now.
No, that was a good pun. It was funny. I like it.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm actually going to stay where I'm at and just, I don't know, I'm just make sure that there aren't anybody's going to come charging in from who knows where.
Okie dokie, so you keep watch from high in the tree. Rahja Wolfsbane, it is your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and smack it with my quarterstaff.
This is your opportunity to finish off a third.
If you move, right here.
Yeah. I was doing that.
Yeah, you're totally doing that.
I was,
You were testing me, and I appreciate it because I need to brush up every now and then. I love you, Lydia.
We're good. We got this.
Oh,
we do not. We do.
Did you roll with advantage?
Yep. That's not much better.
What's the total?
10.
10? Your quarterstaff, as you go to bring it down on the wolf, it is too busy thrashing, and you watch as the quarterstaff hits the ground. You still have a bonus action if you want to.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm going to attack him unarmed and with a 9. Damn it.
You also got advantage still, because yes, Franken. Franken.
Not any better. That's not good. 14.
You hit.
Alright.
Roll that damage.
5 damage.
Nice.
You really are. You really are the most pain. As your quarterstaff misses, you shift and you bring your hand down right where the back of the neck connects, back of the head connects with the neck, and you bring down with enough force. There is this crack as once again the wolf falls completely limp to the ground. It's like twitching for a moment before falling still.
Just howl.
Oh man, at that point, the direwolf is like looking around like, oh fuck this. And you all watch as it looks at you all and then goes to bolt, which means Shane and Petrus, you guys can take an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
I can't.
Can I use Vicious Mockery as my attack of opportunity?
Okay, so Shane got a 7. What'd you say, Pete?
Can I viciously mock him or not as my attack of opportunity just because?
Do you have Warcaster?
Oh. I'll just swing at him with my sword.
Also, oh my god, cat purr.
Yeah, sorry.
No, never apologize for that.
Yeah, everybody meet Karen.
Hi, baby. I won't be professional. Yes,
He is a nosy little shit.
I love black cats.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
I know, right? Me?
We would have never known. If he disappears, we all know where to look.
As you guys swing out and 5, 10.
If he moves very far, Rahja would get an attack of opportunity as well.
Yes, she would. Roll that attack of opportunity.
Alright. That's a 17.
Oh, that hits.
Oh, is she going to take out the whole damn pack?
I don't think the direwolf has taken enough damage from Vicious Mockery at this point.
5.
You manage to hit it, and you watch as you clip one of the legs, and it kind of it kind of tries to gain traction before falling and getting up, and it's just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's about there, and sleepy little Wolfie is still sleeping and dreaming of nice rabbit haunches and whatnot. Shane, it is your turn.
We are going to have to deal with that sleeping wolf eventually.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be a problem.
I am gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like hobble over, and I'm gonna chuck my hand axe at it.
Okay.
Don't you run away from me, motherfucker.
18.
That hits.
Yay! Finally hit something. And that's 5 points of damage.
As you chuck the axe, you watch as it hits it in one of its back haunches, and it's still standing, but man, is it kind of fucking wrecked at the moment, as your axe is now embedded in its ass.
Sick.
Oh, now that's just mean. It's got an axe in its ass.
You've got axe butt. You've got axe butt.
Speaking of mocking, Petrus, it's your turn.
I mean, stick to what works. I'll just.
Axe for when that direwolf just won't stay down.
Yeah. I will sass that wolf. More. Still in range.
You are, I believe it's 60 feet, so...
Yes.
Yeah,
Still in range.
You're fine.
So let forth the sass.
Wisdom.
Okay. So Morgan knows what this means. Whenever I have an enemy that fails often, he gets the blue dot of shame. He becomes Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue is known to fail, and fail hard, with a goddamn natural 1, so roll the damage. That poor direwolf has been psychologically...
Damn!
So, Petrus, how would you like to do this? And shame the wolf!
Oh my god.
You shamed a wolf to death.
You shamed a dire wolf to death. As it's running away, it has axe. It's sitting there going, this hurts so much and I'm a bad dog. And it turns around and your eyes meet and you slowly shake your head. And you go, bad dog. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. At which point, the dog just gives up the ghost and goes, fuck this, I'm done. Bah! It falls over, twitches, and dies. And you guys still have about 30 seconds to deal with the wolf, so I'm just going to give you guys the perfunctory. You know, you gotta lay into him at once and just, you know, make...
Can we just wham?
Yeah, you guys just wham, bam, it's dead, ma'am.
Shot off his head.
And you guys, are now out of combat, as you all have murderlated a bunch of wolves.
Nice.
As you guys sit there and look over your handiwork, there's footfall as you hear, my sheep, my babies, are you alright? I'm coming, you just hold on. As you see the farmer and flip-flops just running out in a bathrobe, just clutching at his chest, just like, oh, my sheep. And you see Marshal Velene just slowly walking, pinching the bridge of her nose.
They're fine, sure.
Everything's fine. We're all fine here. How are you?
Asking, oh, my sheep are, oh my god, there's so many dead wolves.
Yes, there are. Carrick is just shaking his head at this guy, just, oh man.
Oh, you all are my saviors. You saved my sheep. You saved my sheep. Oh, and there's some. Oh, okay. Well, now I can. Well, now there's some nice wolf pelts. Yeah, okay. I can do something about this. Marshal Velene, you have amazing employees under your command. I am very, very thankful. And he turns to you and he's like, hold on a second. And he starts rifling through the pockets in his bathrobe. And he picks out like a mandarin orange. He goes, no, not that. Puts that back in. And then he starts, and there's this sort of clinking. And he pulls out a bag full of coin. And he tosses it at you all. It's like, a special thank you from me for saving my sheep, and for the wolf pelts, which will be very nice. I will have them cleaned and sent to Keystone immediately, Marshal Velene. And you all get 15 gold coins each.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
So that is 15 GP.
I step up to this.
I'm back.
You step up to...
Yeah, and I want to ask him if I can have the sheep's
the
fleece that I found that's like covered in blood now.
You want to keep the fleece? Oh, of course. Consider that another thank you.
Perfect.
And he's like, well, I should go see to the sheep and that hole, and I didn't realize the hole was there. That is a big hole. How did I not? I might have lost sheep. I might have to go find the sheep. Oh well. Tati bye.
Have a good night, sir.
And he watches as he goes, and he calls after his sheep, and you hear meh, meh, as they all flock to his voice. And Velene looks like she has not had enough fucking coffee to deal with this today.
Yep.
And she looks at you all and looks at the work you've done. Job well done. Seems you've taken care of the wolf problem.
I mean, me and my colleague here are some mighty wolf slayers. It's all a day's work.
Well, you all did a very nice job. Welcome to Whitecliff. Now then, let's head back. I'm pretty sure it's still time for happy hour down at the tavern, and I'm sure everyone will want to buy you around.
Good, I'm starving.
I feel like eating mutton.
As you say that, you guys head back. It's around nightfall when you head back to Keystone. The air smells like wood smoke, and as you hit the tavern, there is a wafting scent of roasting meat. There is the scent of mutton. There's also the scent of beef and roasted potatoes and vegetables, and there's the clinking of glasses as you come into seeing the rest of the crew that were on the boat with you. Some of them bearing bandages, other of them sort of their clothes a little bit tattered, but everyone looks in one piece, laughing and telling each other the stories of their first day in Keystone, the first day in their new life, and the first day in yours, as you get your gear and find an empty table and order around and begin to start your story of life here in Whitecliff. And that is where we're leaving off for the evening.
Oh, that was...
Yay.
I hope you guys
Thank you, Snicket.
Of course, I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time I will actually have my prepared songs. No, I'm gonna lose my notebook to...
Water.
It's okay, the bag dog was perfect.
Oh my god, the existential crisis wolf.
I mocked a direwolf to death. I don't think I can top. There's very few things I can top.
If that wolf had survived, it was going to need some.
It's going to need therapy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to end the recording. I hope you all enjoyed playing. I hope you all enjoyed watching. This is only the beginning of Whitecliff and everything that has in store for our players. So keep your eye out, and we'll see the story unfold. And until next time, may all your hits be crits. And we'll see you later.
Somebody needs to write this one up, I assume.